scream out and beg me to come. I wonder what I am chasing. It's not even fun anymore. I shoot bail and run through the door, but something's holding me back. You feed my ego, together we go. Talking dirty, playing cheap. I know I'm in too deep. Running out of kryptonite to take you through the night. Talking dirty, playing cheap. I know I'm in too deep. Running out of kryptonite to take you through the night. To take you through the night.
Now streaming live, Full Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Full Velocity Racing Network. I'm Todd Stanton up here in the booth, all by his lonesome again on a Sunday evening. But I do have Jack down there pushing all the controls, so he'll give us a little insight every now and then. But I got to thank you guys for tuning in here to the Full Velocity Racing Network. As I remind you guys to share the link out there, let everybody know that Full Velocity Racing Network is live. Double build here tonight, and Jack and Todd, should say the Todd Attack here, going to take on both builds here tonight all by ourselves. So we're going to see how that's going to unfold. But first, we got some heat racing action in store for us here. And starting on the pole, driving the 013 machine, that'll be DJ Kolnowski. His day's part of the outside, driving the number 73, that'll be Stephen Moore. Inside row number 2, we'll see the number 21, that is the one himself, Jim Revis. And outside of him, the number 1, Alex Brewer. Inside row number 3, we'll see Taylor Frost there in that number 142 machine. Greg Tuberville in 6th in that number 20 machine. 7 stars, he's Matthew Evers aboard the 06, and James Vining aboard the 333 in the last position here on the grid, which will be 8 here at the USA International Speedway. So waiting to see who else is going to actually pull out onto the grid here. All right, now I don't have DJ Kolonowski. I also don't have. No, everybody there just waiting on DJ Kolonowski. Not sure if he's going to answer the call here for the first heat race. We're really waiting on him here. Yeah, Jim's got a new car out there. Jim Ravis, beautiful new prepared car out there, the number 21 Dirt Warrior machine. Nice to always see that kind of stuff. And we always say Taylor Frost, the 142, is actually the 14M, and now we have DJ out there. And it's, oh, it is a 14-2. It is a little 2, isn't it? I always think it's an M. Nice. So, like I said, USA International Speedway, DJ Kolonowski, your leader. Second will be Stephen Moore. Third, Jim Revis. Then you have Alex Brewer, 4th. 5th is the 142, Taylor Frost. Greg Tuberville, the number 20, the 06, and Matthew Everson, James Vining. There, it looks like the 333 machine. Definitely the 333. Nice looking car there. I've always been a fan of green and black. Green and black has been a favorite of mine for a very, very long time. I like bright colors, or even a bright orange and black. Looks fantastic, but look at that number 13 that shines there as it comes down here through the corner. Lost my chat. Star donations from Tyson Pancow out there. 125 stars. 125 stars. Thank you, Tyson. For keeping Full Velocity Race Network relevant here on Facebook. And again, if you like what you see here, make sure you give us up some star donations here. We'll be here all evening long. We race here at USA International, and we head on over to the Chili Bowl and race with the Legends cars. Man, that's going to be interesting. The Legends cars. So long pace lap here at USA. Definitely a really long pace lap as get ready now finally to light the wick, light the fire off of turn number 4. We're going to get the first iRacing I flag, green flag out of the evening. The number 13 of DJ Kolnowski. And going to lead the charge down off into turn number 1. Stephen Moore under fire already from the Team Dirt Warrior cars. Down to the bottom is Jim Revis there in the number 21 side-by-side battle with the 73 is Stephen Moore as they enter the back straightaway here to turn number 3. And you just watch how these guys dive it in here to the corner, whether it's on the bottom middle groove. Right now, DJ Kolnowski, your leader here in that number 13 machine as he comes off of turn number 4, leading lap at number 1, the USA International Speedway. Like I said, got to thank everyone for tuning into the Full Velocity Racing Network. A little bit under weather myself here. The weather's kind of changed here. It went from freezing cold now up to 45. Tomorrow's supposed to be 51 in the upstate New York here. Haven't had much of a winter here in the New York area. It's actually been nice. I don't want to jinx myself. I remember getting dumped with snow in May. May of all months, May, you get, we had 6 inches of snow one time, Jack. That's bad. I just don't want to see any more snow here as we got enough of it still stuck on the ground. But DJ Kolnowski, your race leader here, 3 laps in. Jim Revis keeps peeking down to the bottom. Then you have the 73 machine of Stephen Moore running in that 3rd spot. That's a Bulletproof Motorsports car. Then you got the one of Alex Brewer running in 4th, and in 5th, the 142 of Taylor Frost. Frost taking out there in the 5th spot. That's a Roman numeral 2 is what that is, Jack, on the side of that number 4. 14-2. The 142 we call 14-2. That 14 to the power of 2? Or 14 squared? As we continue racing out here, Jim Revis now able to fight side by side with the number 13 machine, able to get by him. DJ Kolnowski now drops back to the 2nd spot, falls into the clutch of the 73 Stephen Moore. I cannot believe Jim Revis able to get around him that easily. DJ making a mistake, and you don't see that very often here. As we get on the back straightaway here to turn number 3, it is the number 21 of Jim Revis, your race leader. 2nd, the number 13 of DJ still holding on. Here comes the 73 machine, though, all draped all over his rear bumper. That is Stephen Moore and Alex Brewer right there. So those 4 pretty much have broken away from the field here with the white flag in the air, I believe. No, still 2 to go. So popsicle sticks were in there that time by. There's Jim Revis, your race leader, by, I'm going to say, about a half a car length over that number 13 machine. Is DJ going to be able to throw a slider maybe at him? Here's the enter the front straightaway for the white flag in the air. For the number 21 of Jim Revis, still 2nd, DJ Kolnowski. 3rd is Stephen Moore. Alex Brewer running that 4th spot. And Taylor Frost, the 142, 14-2. Running in that 5th spot as we go on the back straightaway for the final time off into turn number 3. Jim Revis protects the bottom like he should. Here through 3 and off a turn and number 4, the Ford bites. What's going to matter out the corner? He's going to do so. He's going to pick up race number 1. DJ Kolnowski going to finish 2nd. Stephen Moore for 3. Alex Brewer for 4. Taylor Frost for 5. Greg Tuberville, Matthew Everson, James Vining going to round out your 8 cars here in heat race number 1. So heat race number 2, starting on the pole, driving the number 926, that will be Barrett Bishop. And his dancer part of the outside, driving the 319, that'll be David Brewer. Inside row number 3, we'll see number 10, a racing Jason Salter, who picked up a win here Wednesday night. And Josh Peacock in the number 61, rolling off position number 4. 5th starter sees Corey Stansel aboard the number 119 machine, and then Tyson Pankow rolling off in position number 5, or number 6, excuse me, and then number 91 machine. Starting off in 7th will be the number 6 of Ryan Bronson. Bronson aboard the number 6 machine. That's Speedway Motors number 6. And outside of him, last but not least, the number 13, as that is Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey, that number 13 machine. We called for 8 cars. We have all 8 cars out there on the speedway. As the dogs are attacking each other in the background. Can't say that I blame him. I'm a little bit ornery about my own food too. I don't want nobody eating my food. Well, like I said, if you like what you see here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, make sure you follow us here. 15 followers away from 6,000 followers here. Also, make sure you hit us up with some star donations. Star donations, if you guys have any star donations, want to make a donation out there to keep our broadcast and rates cheap and help us keep chugging along here, make sure you do so here with some star donations. Yeah, unrealistic goal set by Facebook here. 50,000 stars, got about halfway, so that's not too bad. Considering a very, very short month, I would like to see that goal go into March. We'll see if that's going to happen. As the iRacing I flag, green flag comes out here, and he races the number 2. Barrett Bishop at the 926 leading with the number 10 now. Jason Salter moving up to that second spot. Then you have the 319 of Brewer working over to the top side, trying to get it back around Salter. Then you have Josh Peacock. Don't count out Peacock in that number 61 machine. He's right there knocking down the door too. And Corey Stansel gets it to the side of Peacock. Peacock able to keep it going. But man, there was a little bit of door banging there between the Corey Stansel and the 61 machine. Tough break there for the P61, but he's going to be able to keep it going. But now under fire for that number 91 of Tyson Pankow. Pankow looks to the bottom. See if he can do anything with the 61. Not going to be had there as Josh Peacock going to slam the door. Meanwhile, up front is the 926 of Bear Bishop. Salter running in that second spot. Peaks down to the bottom side to make it side by side down the front straightaway as they dive off into turn number 3. Salter down in the bottom catfish, and there as he drifts up into the middle portion of the corner. Almost up into the side of the 926 of Bishop, but able to keep it off of him. As the 926 pulls a little bit down the back straightaway here into turn number 3. Salter going to dive her in deep and hard. There in the number 10 machine up to about a nose in front of the 926 trying to pull the slider. I don't know if he's going to have enough room. Not enough room there. The power on the outside from the 926 of Barrett Bishop. Bishop going to lead that time by Salter. Not going away though without a fight. David Brewer sitting there knocking on the door there in that number 319 machine. So again, Salter dives back down to the bottom there using almost the grass portion of the corner here through 1 and 2. As Salter, now I should say 3 and 4, excuse me. Salter drag racing down to the start finish line. As that number 10 going to lead. Nope, not that time by. It was rather close though. I got on my scoring and timing .100. It took a little bit there for scoring and timing to keep up with this one as we are halfway home. 4 in, 4 to go. Salter in that Trash Pantographics number 10 machine back down to the bottom, trying to get around that Milner Design and Media number 926. And not being able to do anything so far. As Salter still able to drag race up alongside of him down the front straightaway, but he's got to beat him to the corner and maybe pull that slider there. And the number 10 machine, Peacock now into the fray in that P61 machine, knocking on the Brewer's door there for a battle for that third spot. So Salter dives her back down to the bottom once again. The 926 drifts up there, hits the cushion just a tad bit of Barrett Bishop. Bishop trying to hang on here as they go by the start finish line. I believe Salter going to lead that time by. As we're making sure that's going to be at with my eye. I seen Salter, but it looks like they're giving it to the 926 of Barrett Bishop last time. .066. See, my eyes are very, very deceiving here as we go off into turns 3 and 4. Let's see, drag race here. Going to see the white flag as they go underneath the stand. Is Salter going to be able to pull off anything there? Man, that's got to be even closer. And it looks like they're going to give that to Bishop, and that's .33. So Jason Salter side by side battle for the top spot there. As Salter trying to do everything he can as they enter the back straightaway for the final time off into turn number 3. Can Salter hang her on to the bottom here? Maybe pull that slider up in front of Barrett Bishop. He's going to do so there. Bishop gets crossed up a little bit, but Salter and him going to drag race to the start finish line. But it's going to be racing Jason Salter taking down heat race number 2. Barrett Bishop going to finish second. Third is going to be David Brewer, Josh Peacock, Tyson Pankow, Caleb Ramsey, Corey Stansel, and Ryan Bronson. Round out your 8 cars here in heat race 2. Just remember, all cars qualify on into the main event. So heat race number 2 getting ready to come to post, starting on the pole, or number 3, excuse me. Starting on the pole, driving the number 11 machine. That will be Kyle Moyer aboard that number 11. His dancing part of it outside, driving the number 97. That'll be the big monkey, Rocky Battenfield. Inside row number 2, we'll see the number 25, the Hammer, Henry Jones, in the number 25. And outside him, the Iceman himself, Daniel Stifler, for the number 71, rolling off in position number 4. Fifth starter sees the Voodoo Child, Eric Eichstead, in the BladeNote.com number 12 machine, and Kevin Prettyman aboard that number 88, rolling off in position 6. Seventh starter sees the number 45 of Travis Montgomery. 7 cars we called for here in heat race number 3. We have all 7 cars here in attendance here. That does 23 cars here for tonight. I believe it's 8, 8, and 7. Do my math right here. Yep, 8, 8, and 7. Could put us automatically to 23 cars here this evening. Take a real quick sponsor plugs here for Har Motorsports, iRacingIFlag.com, Voiles Trucking, J-Max Journeys, J-Max Strong, BladeNote.com, South Texas Speedway, 3D Racing, Milner Designs and Media, Charlie Milner. Make sure you hit him up, man. I'm telling you, whether it's skins, video production, he does all of our intros. Make sure you hit him up because he's a very, very fantastic guy, I should say. He does anything here for the Full Velocity Racing Network. He does a lot of our logo work. I think he's done most of our logo work now behind the scenes. Then you also have JP Designs also. Josh Peacock doing some of our stuff too. But Charlie Milner has made some killer raps out there, so don't forget them. And thank you to BladeNote.com also for sponsoring the Sunday Night Shootout Series each and every Sunday night. iRacing iFlag, green flag comes out over the field here for heat race number 3. 8 laps will be the distance. Everyone will qualify, but it's very, very important to try to get as much track position as you can here through these heat races. And you want to pick up the heat win too, because you're live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Be interesting to see if Big Monkey can do something here with the number 11 of Kyle Moyer. Wow, yeah. Eric Eichstead there, out of nowhere, like Jack says there in the number 12 machine. Definitely coming out of nowhere. Was towards the back there. Trying to get my driver stat bar here just to figure out where he's actually at. Not even telling me here. Yeah, he started 5th. So 2 position gain. Well, little push over there for that number 12 machine. So getting out to the top spot here is the number 11, Kyle Moyer, hanging on to the top spot. Second still, Rocky Battenfield in the number 97 machine, trying everything he can to throw at him here. Not able to do anything so far as Eric Eichstead running in 3rd. There, like I said, BladeNote.com, a primary sponsor on Eric Eichsted's car. Eichstead Wraps. Daniel Stifler there in that number 71 machine, the Iceman. Running in that 4th spot, had a heck of a battle there with the number 25, the Henry machine there, the Hammer, doing a fantastic job here as of late. Has picked up a lot of speed and momentum. Still trying to get used to some things, but Henry Jones doing a fantastic job there. And at number 25, another great addition to Team Dirt Warrior. And you also have Travis Montgomery right now running in that 6 spot, and Kevin Prettyman running out our field right now. He's quite far off the pace there, almost 6 seconds off the pace. He had a little bit of a whoopsie, as you would call it, whoopsie doodle. We're going to call it whoopsie doodle. Is pretty much just not having a good night here in his heat race, respectively. As back up front, the number 97 of Rocky Battenfield keeps looking to the bottom there of Kyle Moyer. Moyer able to slam the door shut, though, and cross Rocky Battenfield up a tad bit. So Battenfield falls back to about 2 car lengths behind that number 11 machine, as we are already halfway home. We're coming up on 3 to go here for the Team Dirt Warrior number 11 machine of Kyle Moyer. Battenfield still trying to track him down, last time by 27.424. Kyle Moyer 27.322, so a little bit faster last time by, but Rocky Battenfield all over the rear bumper, draped all over his bumper, trying to get by the number 11 as he keeps knocking at the door. Battenfield again dives to the bottom. Good battle going on here for the top spot. Is now another battle heating up for the 4th spot there, as Henry Jones is actually doing a good job there. He was up to the 3rd spot there for a moment as he was down to the bottom of Eric Yikestead, but it was not able to hold on to that. Is that number 12 able to propel himself back into the 3rd spot? Here comes Battenfield, now looking to the bottom here as they enter the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Battenfield slides up the track just a tad bit, a little bit of a push there. So that's going to not help him there. The number 97 machine is Kyle Moyer getting the white flag on the field here for heat race number 3. Moyer dives it off down into turn number 1 and off of turn number 2 here. Moyer going to continue to lead with Battenfield running in that 2nd spot. Eric Yikestead running 3rd, and 4th is Henry Jones. As they dive down into turn number 3 for the final time, Kyle Moyer holding off. It looks like the hard charging number 97 to Rocky Battenfield. Battenfield hits the wall a tad bit coming off the corner. That's just going to help Moyer's cause as he takes down heat race number 3. Rocky Battenfield finishing 2nd. Eric Yikestead for 3. For 4, Henry Jones, Daniel Stifler, Travis Montgomery, and Kevin Prettyman round out your field. So heat number 3 in the books. As we go to 2 consolation events, everybody will make it on here into the main event, but in particular, this is because we have to make sure that we get a good starting lineup here for the future. So these guys will be able to race their way into a starting spot, a better starting spot here, as normally set up for a few more cars here, and that's what it is here for the C&P mains. But then these guys get to race for their position, their starting spot into the future. Yes, they have to start behind the qualified cars, but it's very common here for the winner to have a very good starting spot here, especially of the B main and the C main. So those guys will start right behind the qualified cars, whoever wins. So the C main going to go away like this. Starting on the pole will be the Heartland Harley-Davidson number 1 machine. That will be Alex Brewer, his dancing part of the outside, driving the DWRL Team Dirt Warrior number 25. That's the Hammer, Henry Jones. Inside row number 2, we'll see the number 91 machine, Trash Painter Graphics number 91 of Tyson Pankow and Greg Chubberville. Aboard that number 20 machine, going to roll off in position number 4. 5th starter, we'll see the number 45 machine. That is Travis Montgomery. And outside him will be the 119 of Corey Stansel. Shotgun on the field will be the number 333 of James Vining. All 7 cars making the call here for the C main. 10 laps will be the distance. So don't forget, folks, after the conclusion of this one, we will make our way over to the Chili Bowl and have a Dirt Series race going on. So don't forget to tune into that one. Legends cars at the Chili Bowl.
Does Jeff have the jet ready for us?
Yeah, I think Jeff has the iRacing iFlag jet ready for us. If not, we're going to take it anyway. Hopefully we don't go down in a fiery crash, because I don't know if either one of us can fly that thing. I don't think.
You don't want me to fly the jet.
Is Jeff Brown going to fly it for us? Jeff, where is Jeff? I see him out in chat.
He's here.
Yeah. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if it's ready.
No, I'm here, guys. Yeah, I've got my plane on standby for you guys. Pilots are ready, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We don't have to fly it then.
No, got my own personal pilots. So, yeah, just when you're ready, just go ahead and hop on, and we'll meet you down at the Chili Bowl.
All right, sounds good. Thank you to iRacing iFlag and his personal jet to fly us to the Chili Bowl here at the Dirt Series. But we have a C main in front of us here. First, The number 1 of Alex Brewer, your race leader, the Heartland Harley Davidson number 1 machine. Second is Henry Jones. Now it's Tyson Pankow, able to slide up in front of that number 25 machine. The third would now be the Henry Jones number 25, but here comes Greg Tuberville. Tuberville looking to the bottom there momentarily. TNT machine trying to get around Henry Jones, but Jones able to keep his own pace there in that number 25 machine. So it is Alex Brewer in the number 1, Tyson Pankow in the number 91, sitting in the second spot. Third is Henry Jones. Fourth is Greg Tuberville. Corey Stansel running in that fifth spot in the 119. Travis Montgomery and James Vining round out your 7 cars out there running. So James Vining having a good run there against Travis Montgomery. They have their own little race brewing there. So we go back to the top 4 as Alex Brewer, your race leader. Tyson Pankow running second. Henry Jones running third. Greg Tuberville still running fourth. Nobody out of line. They're pretty much staying single file here in the C main here with 7 to go. Had to mute my mic. Had mountain lightning all over me. You didn't want to hear the X-rated Todd come out. That was rather interesting, to say the least. Thank you to Chubbs out there. Again, 50 stars, 5-week streak for Mr. Chubbs out there. In Milner Design, Media and Design, Design and Media, Media and Design, Design and Media. We're going to call it all kinds of ways. How about that, Tubbs? How about that? Well, drinking and talking. I guess I can't multitask tonight. Oh, is Alex Brewer, your race leader, here is going to get 3 to go at the line with Tyson Pankow draped all over his rear bumper in that number 91 machine. 25 of the Hammer Henry Jones running a solid third. Greg Tuberville running in that 4th spot. Corey Stansel running 5th. He's caught the top 4 guys as we come up here. 3 to go at the race line. Basking in mountain lightning right now. Man, that's great. The number 1 of Alex Brewer, basking in his own glory, trying to keep off the number 91 of Tyson Pankow, trying to take down the C main because he wants a good starting spot here in the feature. Tough out there. Oh, man. Breaking it up a little bit with some humor. As Tubbs said, he's out there waiting at the chili bowl for us. As Brewer going to continue to lead this one here, the Harley Davidson number 1. Boy, he got choked, I guess. There's 1 to go here for Alex Brewer, the number 91, and Tyson Pankow still running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Henry Jones. 4th is Corey Stansel, but Stansel keeps looking to the top there. Makes them lump to the outside wall. The Hunter front number 119 running in that 4th spot, but I don't think he's going to be able to get around him. We'll see what's going to happen there as we come here off of turn number 4. Drag race here to the start finish line. Alex Brewer and Heartland Harley Davidson number 1 going to take down the victory. Second going to belong to Tyson Pankow, Henry Jones, Corey Stansel, Greg Tuberville, Travis Montgomery, and James Vining running out your 7 cars. I'm going to take a brief breather here now. All right, one more lap here as I compose myself finally. I'm back together, I think. I don't know if we can put myself back together. I don't know if I'm as good as Humpty Dumpty. But the P61 of Josh Peacock is going to be your pole setter. I'll say it'll be the 14-2. 14-2 of Taylor Frost. Third will be the number 71 of Daniel Stifler. The 13 machine of Caleb Ramsey. Going to roll off in that fourth spot. Fifth will be Matthew Everts. Kevin Prettyman will be sixth. And Ryan Bronson in the Speedway machine will be roll off in that seventh spot. So 7 cars we call for here in the B main. All 7 cars. Again, all these cars will make it onto the A main, but they right now are fighting for a position here, their starting position in the A main. So that's kind of keys. We'll see who's going to take down the victory here in the B main. A lot of heavy guys, heavy hitters in this B main. As I flag, green flag comes out. Josh Peacock mashes that throttle down in that P61, and he's going to look to try to drive off maybe into the distance there in the Bulletproof Motorsports number P61 machine. As now here comes Daniel Stifler down to the bottom. 3 wide for the second spot as Ramsey up through the middle. As Ramsey able to hold on, Daniel Stifler backs out of it though. He doesn't want anything to do with that 3 wide here early on here. Not even completing a lap. Stifler backs out of it. Now Caleb Ramsey side-by-side battle with Taylor Frost. Frost in the 14-2 machine. Right now holding on to that second spot. Here comes the 13 to Ramsey. Down to the bottom side-by-side for the second spot. Through corners 1 and 2. It is still Caleb Ramsey barely there through the center of the corner, but the 14-2 going to pull him down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Taylor Frost able to hold on to that second spot. Ramsey again, slide job by Ramsey. Crossover by the 14-2 of Frost. Frost now back to side by side. They switch lanes here as Frost now down to the bottom. Ramsey up top, and here comes Stifler. Maybe he's going to split the difference. Nope, going to back out of it there. Still hold on to that 4th spot. Waiting for the guys to make a mistake here for second as Taylor Frost to that 14-2 machine down to the bottom once again, trying to get back by the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. So Ramsey still holding on to second there in the 13 machine right there behind the P61 of Josh Peacock, former teammates. Ramsey and Peacock were. As Ramsey keeps looking to the bottom here of Josh Peacock there in the P61 machine. So Ramsey now looking to go back down to the bottom of that P61 machine. So Ramsey looking back to the bottom. Can't do anything there with Josh Peacock. Peacock's got the preferred group, I do believe. As of right now, running the top as Ramsey keeps diving it back down to the bottom. He's going to have to pull a nasty slider maybe to get by the P61 to Peacock, and trying to do so there as we're talking about it there. Through 3 and 4, not able to do it though. Got wicked loose there as we're just over halfway home here. 4 laps remaining here as the B main here as proven to be pretty fantastic here between the 13 and the P61. Taylor Frost at 14-2 still right there. And so is the Daniel Stifler there in that number 71 machine. Those guys all lurking. A mistake happening between the top 2. Something else could happen. And those guys could be right there ready to pounce. As we have 3 laps remaining, and the 14-2 has already caught the tail end of the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey holding on to that second spot. Here comes the P61 of Peacock. Peacock still able to hold on to the top spot though, but Ramsey keeps trying. Ramsey's trying to throw everything he's got at him as now Peacock's protecting the bottom from that slider. In that P61 machine, the Full Velocity Racing Network, Bulletproof Motorsports, CNC Custom Designs and Engraving on the side of that machine. Then you got the Tennessee Backwoods there, number 13 of Caleb Ramsey, checkers and wreckers on the side of that too. As he keeps trying to the bottom here as we're coming up with the white flag here. Up on the white flag, I should say, as we come down into turn number 3. And off of turn number 4, we're going to see that white flag finally here for the P61 of Josh Peacock. The 13 of Caleb Ramsey going to run in that second spot. Third is the 14-2 of Taylor Frost. Now Frost down to the extreme bottom. We'll see if the 14-2 can do anything here with Ramsey side-by-side battle for the second spot. Almost 3 wide for the race lead. As Ramsey holding on to second as we come down the back straightaway. He kind of has to go on the defensive too. As Taylor Frost right there lurking in the shadows. As here comes Ramsey and the 61 of Peacock. Those guys are making a little bit of bumper tag there. It looks like Peacock going to take down the win here in the B main, but Taylor Frost to the outside going to take over second and take second away from the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. Third going to him. Fourth is the 71 of Daniel Stifler, Kevin Prettyman, Matthew Everts, and Ryan Bronson rounding out your field.
User disconnected from your channel.
So a 2-minute warm-up as these guys get ready to lock and load here. So we'll take a brief pause for the cause, do a little bit of in-car cameras, and be back here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network, USA International Speedway, the sights and the sounds of the street stocks here, the mighty Full Fender Frenzy street stocks here at the USA International Speedway here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. Got to thank our sponsors real quick before we get into that starting lineup. Once again, want to thank Har Motorsports, the official yellow flag sponsor here of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also got to thank iRacingIFlag.com. Head on over to iRacingIFlag.com. Research some of the things that are going on over there. Research getting an iFlag maybe sooner or later. I know we've had some problems with some other things Jeff has. So, but then again, that doesn't mean you can't order. So wait and see when everything is going to go on there, even the pit boxes for that matter. You go to iRacingIFlag.com. Also got to thank Brian and Kathy Voiles of Voiles Trucking. JMax Journeys, hashtag JMax Strong. It's not for the weak, www.jmaxstrong.com. Also got to thank BladeNode.com, simple web solutions powered by nerds. You go head on over to BladeNode.com and use Blade10, the promo code, and get 10% off your first purchase. Also got to thank South Texas Speedway, Corpus Christi, Texas. Got to thank 3D Racing. Got to thank Milner Designs and Media for all the design work that they do here for us on the Full Velocity Racing Network. But if you need a wrap, that's the guy to go to. Make sure you hit up Miller Design and Media for a fantastic wrap. Thank JP Designs. Also a great wrap guy. If Charlie may be busy, hit up JP Designs. I'm sure Charlie wouldn't mind. Also got to thank Cyber Thunder and Sheffield Graphics for our official onboard camera of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Let's jump right into the lineup here. Starting on the pole, driving the number 21 machine. That will be Jim Revis on the pole. Outside of him will be number 10 racing Jason Salter. Kyle Moyer rolls off in that third spot. DJ Koleski will roll off in the fourth spot in that number 13 machine. Rolling off fifth will be Barrett Bishop. Outside of him will be the number 97, the Big Monkey, Rocky Battenfield. Inside row number 4 in the 7th starting spot will be Stephen Moore. Aboard the number 73 machine, and David Brewer rolls off of position number 8 in that 319. Ninth starter sees the number 12, the BladeNo.com, number 12 of Eric Eichstad. And outside of him, the number 1 of Alex Brewer. Inside row number 5 will be the consolation event winner, the number 61 of Josh Peacock, and the number 91 of Tyson Pankow, rolling off in position number 12. 13th starter will see Taylor Frost aboard the 14-2, and then Henry Jones aboard the number 25 in 14th. 15th will be the number 13 of Caleb Ramsey. Outside him will be the number 119 of Corey Stansel. Daniel Stifler aboard the number 71 will roll off 17th. 18th will be the number 20 Greg Tuberville. Kevin Prettyman will roll off 19th. And 20th will be Travis Montgomery, Matthew Everett, James Vining, and Ryan Bronson right out of your field. Who's it going to be tonight? As we race here at the USA International Speedway, down off into turn number 1, and that didn't make me lightheaded because that one sucked. As Jim Revis, your race leader. Second is Jason Salter. And the number 10 machine, the number 11 of Kyle Moyer running in that third spot. Fourth is the number 13 of DJ Kalneski. So Kalneski now going to battle with that number 9, 26 of Barrett Bishop. Bishop down to the bottom, side by side for the fourth spot. Eric Geistad gets a tad bit loose there. Around, I believe that's going to be around the 9th spot there. The number 12 machine. The number 21 of Jim Revis, your race leader. The 11 now running in that second spot. He's wrestled that back away from Jason Salter, who's running in that third spot. In the Trash Panther Graphics number 10 machine, he had a good run, like I said, Wednesday night. Barrett Bishop still battling it out, duking it out with the number 13 and DJ Kalnowski, and then Stephen Moore right there, knocking on the door with that number 73 machine. As this hopefully will be fast and furious here around USA, as these guys have plenty of room to run here. But it does sometimes get congested down to the bottom, where these guys are going to fight tooth and nail to try to pick up whatever spot they can do. I'm watching the battle, though, between Rocky Battenfield and the 12 machine of Eric Eichstad. Eichstad down to the bottom, and we always heard bad luck about green cars when we ran them. I'm here to tell you, I ran a green car, had some green car on the side of my car, and I won races. So a lot of people say green's bad luck, but Eric Eichstad marching up through the field in that number 12 machine. He's able to get around the number 97, Rocky Battenfield. Here comes Josh Peacock. Peacock having a long road to come up through the field due to the fact of going through that consolation event. But these guys are fighting pretty good here, like it's maybe even the last lap trying to get up here. But the P61 and Peacock now makes short work of Battenfield, makes it into the top 10 here in that 9th spot. Meanwhile, up front, it is Jim Revis, Team Dirt Warrior. The number 11 of Kyle Moyer, another Team Dirt Warrior. Then we have X91 Motorsports, number 10 of Jason Salter. Barrett Bishop, HRE. DJ Gonowski, HRE. Those guys fighting back and forth. In Wild West on the side of the number 13 machine. They're fighting it out, duking it out there for the 4th and 5th spot. So laps are ticking off here. Lap 7 of 60 is a battle for the race lead, starting to heat up. And number 11 of Kyle Moore peaks down to the bottom here of the 21 of Jim Revis. Salter right there knocking on the door too, kind of giving Revis a little bit of a push. There is a high-low switch here, making it almost 3 wide as Salter trying to get to the race lead. 3 wide for the race lead down the front straightaway here on lap 8 of 60. And Salter way down to the bottom. Up, contact, a little bit more contact. They keep it going, but Moyer going to lose the most here. Back to third, and that number 11 machine is Salter now moves to second. Yellow flag going to come out, though. Maybe a chain reaction or something else happened above that one. Yellow, yellow, yellow. First Tower Motorsports yellow flag going to slow these guys down and restack and repack the field. Looks like David Brewer involved in this one. Looks like Brewer slung her in pretty deep there, sideways, and had a check up for the 13 of DJ Kolonowski. And then the 12 of Eric Eichstad gets into the side of the 1, or 319, excuse me. So David Brewer relegated to the rear, and number 12 of Eric Eichstead also going to the rear for his contact, knowing that that was wrong. Had nowhere to go, but unfortunately contact, yellow flag. I know both have to go to the rear. So right now your race leader, number 21, the DWRL, number 21. That is Jim Revis, Dirt Warrior, inside of that machine. Second would be racing Jason Salter aboard the number 10 machine. Kyle Moyer running in third, and at number 11. Fourth will be DJ Kolonowski, no, Bear Bishop or DJ. I think it's DJ in the 13 machine. Bear Bishop would be in the fifth spot. Sixth would be Stephen Moore. Seventh, Josh Peacock. Eighth would be the Heartland Harley Davidson number 1 machine of Alex Brewer. Rocky Battenfield ninth. Taylor Frost in the 14-2, running in the top 10 now. 10th. 11th will be number 91, Tyson Pankow. Daniel Stifler running in that 12th spot. 13th will be Greg Tuberville aboard the number 20 machine. Caleb Ramsey is 14th in the number 13 as we watch the 12 of Eric Eichstead go down to get repairs done to his car. Ryan Bronson in the 15th in the number 6 machine. 16th will be the 06 of Matthew Everetts. Henry Jones running in the 17th spot. 18th will be Corey Stansel. Travis Montgomery 19th. Kevin Prettyman 20th. 21st, David Brewer. Eric Eichstead 22nd. James Finding out of this event already in the 23rd. So that was your full field rundown. Brought to you by Milner Design and Media. Full field rundown. Make sure, like I said, go over and check out Milner Design and Media on Facebook. Hit him up for a rap. Hit him up for an intro video. He's got all kinds of cool things. Just ask him. He's pretty much got everything over there. If he can't do it, he'll find a way to do it. So Milner Design and Media. Thank you to Charlie. As we're back to green flag racing with that number 21, your race leader. Second is Salter. Third is the number 11 of Kyle Moyer. Fourth is DJ Kolonowski as he works to the top side of the speedway. The number 10 of Salter moves up to the top side too, trying to get something going there. Maybe almost 4 wide there. A battle for the second spot. Just everybody having to check up just a tad bit. Is watching Salter do a couple different groups here. Now looking to the middle portion of it is DJ Kolonowski to the extreme top side. As Moyer eat down on the bottom there, catfish and not going to be had so far. As DJ now pulls up alongside of him down the straightaway. Watching some of the sights and sounds, sometimes get a little bit into the sights and sounds of these cars. As I was on board the driver, the number 10 racing, Jason Salter, just kind of watching what he was doing. I still couldn't drive that car like he is down through the quarter. So just watching what he's doing, describing, putting it off here at USA. And this is one of those tracks that's not real easy to drive. Definitely not as easy to stay off for people too, because you're slinging her in on the bottom and then letting her wash up. Some of the guys are letting her swing in about the middle portion of the track, like the 11 of Kyle Moyer. Trying some different grooves here to try to get by some of these guys. But Salter, right now, running in that second spot. He's trying a couple different moves at the number 21 of Revis, but Revis able to keep him at bay so far. And that Trash Painted Graphics number 10 machine that just keeps knocking on the door, but has nowhere to go. As Revis has got his preferred line and smidgen quicker each every time here. So this time, last time by, not quite the case. Salter a little bit faster, but yeah, Revis has his fast points on the speedway too. Is Salter just it's easy to get up there. It's harder to pass, and right now he's having a hard time getting around Jim Revis. Last time by, again Salter just a tick faster than Revis, trying to pull up alongside of him here, trying to make a battle for the race lead. As Salter gets a little bit sideways again, trying to stay off the contact of that number 21 machine. Salter keeps looking down to the bottom here. The number 21, Jim Revis here in lap 18 of 60 here. Like I said, after the conclusion of this race, we'll head on over to the Dirt Series. It was scheduled to be 8:35. Well, I think that's not going to go off 8:35. Not normally a double build here tonight. Normally we have another person with us here to be able to pull off the double here on a Sunday night. Like I said, it's going to be the Todd and Jack show here all evening long. And as soon as we're done here with interviews and everything else, we'll head on over to Dirt Series and the Chili Bowl for Legends competition. We're not even halfway home here. 20 of 60 laps here as we're coming down the straightaway here. Down the back straightaway, that is, into turn number 3. As Salter works over the bottom once again, trying to get around Jim Revis, but Revis just keeps slamming that door shut. Hugging that bottom as close as he can. The number 21 machine. Like I said, gotta say hello to Charlie, Wesley out there, good old C-Mac out there, Gino out there. Yeah, the dirty boys tonight. Jacob Lassiter. What's going on, Jacob? Seen Jeff Brown earlier. Obviously, we had him talk. Lloyd was out there earlier, and Josh Smith, I know, was out there earlier too. 53 viewers out there. If you like what you see here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, make sure you follow us, like our Facebook page. Head on over to YouTube, like that too. We set a viewership out there. We are exactly 11 followers away from hitting 6,000 followers here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And without you, the race fans, we wouldn't make that accomplishment. So we thank each and every one of you for tuning into the Full Velocity Racing Network each and every night. We got to thank our sponsors and even our leagues here as we're watching a great battle here develop for the race lead between the number 10 of Salter and the 21 of Jim Revis. Salter working over the bottom. Seems like the bottom has come alive here for that number 10 machine. Is he's going to be able to pull up and in front of the number 21 of Jim Revis. So put racing Jason Salter to the race lead that time by on lap 24 of 60 as Salter up to the top side now as Revis back down to the bottom. Side by side battle for the race lead, but Salter has that momentum on the outside. Salter able to hold on to the race lead. The 21 of Jim Revis is going to have to go on the assault instead of the defensive now. He has to go on the assault in that number 10 machine. Now, those two drivers don't know each other the best there. The 10 of Salter and the 21 of Revis, those guys have raced with each other for a very, very long time. They know how to get around each other. They know how to run each other. But Salter, right now, your race leader, and now a yellow flag going to come out here and slow us down here. So we're going to restack, repack the field, not even halfway home here on lap number 25 of 60. Oh, no. Yeah, we're having a little bit of contact there, and I think it crossed up. The 71 of Daniel Stifler here is Moore, Frost, and Ramsey all got together, and then unfortunately 71 coming in there having nowhere to go. That's what's going to bring out the yellow flag because he was nosed into the inside wall. That's what brings out the yellow flag after those guys make a little bit of carnage in front of them. Interesting characters that connect to our team speak. All I can say. Susan out there. David Blackberg out there also. Again, if you like what you see here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, make sure you hit us up with some star donations. They go a long way to helping us provide the best coverage we can here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So star donations. Good way to get your name out there too. Right now our star donation leader is, we have a drum roll. Star donation leader here for this month is Jeff Brown. 5,000 stars plus. As Tubbs running with 4750, so he's about I'm going to say 450 stars back of Jeff Brown. Tyson Pankow took over third here tonight with his star donation. So Tyson Pankow, Ronnie Weaver up there in the top 5. Then you got Robbie Buckner too inside the top 5. Kathy Boyle's there too. Michael Sheffield Graphics. Those guys all up there. So it's great to have a lot of supporters out here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. 65 viewers strong here. As we are still under yellow flag, but we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here. Lights are extinguished atop the iRacing.com Chevy Silverado pace truck. Expect him to make that hard left-hand turn down to pit road. He does so. The iRacing flag, green flag going to come back out over the field. And Salter back onto the loud pedal down the front straightaway here to turn. And number 1, Revis up to the top shelf of the speedway. Here comes the number 11 of Kyle Moyer, digging it down to the bottom, side by side there with the 21 of Revis. These guys are stacked up 3 wide for the third, 4th spot. As the 13 of DJ Kolowski way up on the top shelf. The 1 of Alex Burr right there too. Josh Peacock knocking on the door, and Rocky Batfield right there too. And then number 97 machine, a little bit of contact between him and Peacock, and it continues to be more contact over there. Those guys wrestling there. Just waiting to see who is going to pull the finisher out there between the 97 and the P61. So again, it is Jason Salter, Racing Jason, in the number 10 machine, and your race leader, Kyle Moyer, DJ Kolowski, and the 1 of Alex Burr, the 926 of Barrett Bishop right there. Those guys duking it out. Yellow flag going to come out again here, halfway home, 30 in of 60. And another yellow flag here, Hard Motorsports yellow flag going to slow us back down and restack and repack that field. Looks like Travis Montgomery may be involved in this one. Yeah, he was the only one involved, all by his selfie. Into the inside wall, slows down. Looks like he's going to go down pit road, gets booted a little bit. And Travis Montgomery enough to bring out the yellow flag. Unfortunate there for that number 45 machine. $1,000 stars sent by David Blackberg. Thank you for the star donations. Appreciate it very much there, David. As that puts you right up there. You're going to be inside the top 10 now in star donations for a month. Yeah, we do, Chad. We do have a full velocity. Thank you, Jeff, for sharing that. We do have a Twitch. We have a YouTube too. Twitch doesn't get as many views as we'd like to. We'd like to see that get a little bit bigger too. Hopefully we can keep this going. They're lucky the coach certification. What she said. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Cast of characters out there. So our race leader is Jason Salter, Jim Revis, second. Third is DJ Kolonowski. Fourth is Kyle Moyer. Fifth is, I believe, Barrett Bishop or even Alex Burr. It's going to be Alex Burr, then Barrett Bishop. Then you have Rocky Batfield and the 61 of Peacock. So the iRacing.com Chevy Silverado peeling off down to pit road. iRacing flag, green flag back out over the field. Number 10 of Salter. Once again down with the loud pedal down into turn number 1 and holding on to the race lead. Dives down to the bottom. Here comes 11 of Kyle Moyer up alongside the 21 of Jim Revis. Revis trying to fend off that number 11 machine once again as we go 3 wide almost. For the 4th spot is DJ Kolowski running in 4th. Barrett Bishop running in that 5th spot. Here comes the 1 of Alex Brewer. Back down to the bottom of the Heartland Harley Davidson number 1 machine. Down to the bottom of the 13 as they go side by side for the 4th spot. Yellow, yellow, yellow coming out on the field. Hard Motorsports, another yellow flag coming out here. This is kind of a yellow plagued event here towards the middle portion of this. They didn't even say caution, precaution. And again, this time another yellow flag coming out. Woof! The hammer got hammered. Oh, did the hammer get hammered? Woo! Man, oh man, oh man. The hammer got hammered by Travis Montgomery. Yep, Stifler and the 25 get together. Unfortunately, Eric Eichstedt gets involved in that one too. I'm going to be able to go, but yeah, Montgomery, man, he looks like an IMCA modified now. As we would say that, can I say that here? IMCA modified it after he lost everything out of the front. Open wheel number 45 machine. As that brings out our Horror Motorsports yellow flag. This is Hammer Henry Jones. A lot of damage to the right side of that car. "36 laps of 60. So 10 followers away from 6,000 followers. We're going to be able to get that tonight, folks. Be nice to see 6,000 followers. Yeah, now we're 9 followers away. Yeah, we can have Phil do something stupid. If we have 6,000 followers and he's not here to be a part of it, we'll have Phil do something for everybody. Everybody. So if we get 6,000 tonight, Phil's going to do something on air. We don't know yet what yet, but we will make sure that it is funny for everybody to listen to. He doesn't even have to be here. We can do that to him. So key is, let's get some followers. 9 more followers. That's all we need to hit 6,000 followers. Who doesn't want to be a part of that? I guess if you don't want to be a part of it, man, I guess... I don't know why you're watching if you don't want to be a part of 6,000 followers. 8 followers away now. 8 followers as we continue to keep that momentum going up. iRacing.com, a pace truck moving down to pit road. iRacing guy flag, great flag back out. The number 10 of racing, Jason Salter leading once again down off into turn number 1. Salter with the race lead. Second is Kyle Moyer now. As Moyer was able to get down to the bottom, he's catfishing it down on the bottom, trying to get around Revis. Revis firing back on the outside. Side-by-side battle for the second spot as Revis digs it up top. There in the number 21 machine, 11 of Kyle Moyer still working over the bottom. Salter going down to protect the bottom. There is Moyer getting faster here each and every lap towards the bottom of the speedway. Revis not going away without the fight in the number 21 machine. It's a good side-by-side battle for the second spot. Going to be 20 laps to go here. As soon as we get by the start-finish line, here comes the 926 of Barrett Bishop. The longer the race goes, the more that number 926 works there. The Milner Design and Media number 9 machine, or 926, making his way and making his challenge known to the 21 of Jim Revis and Peacock right there too. And that P61 machine, we'll see if he's going to be able to do anything. But it is a side-by-side battle for third between Revis and the number 926 of Bishop for that third spot. Thank you, Drew. Yeah, it is the next best thing. They're actual dirt racing. Yeah, I agree. But you should hear us do some asphalt racing too. As long as it's short track, I'm fine. But again, asphalt's for getting there, dirt's for racing. I'll say that all the time. But I support any type of racing, really, for that matter. But I love the dirt tracks here on a Friday and Saturday night in upstate New York. I go to many different ones. Where now I'm kind of locked down on Friday and Saturday, unfortunately, because I do work at 2 tracks. But that makes it fun. And I'm glad to be a part of something like that. And I'm glad to be a part of anything with iRacing too, because that keeps it going. And you can watch great races like this. I mean, the dirt racing's still going on in the winter months when I got snow outside. That keeps me in tune here. Although maybe I'm liked on this thing a little bit more than I am at the local track, because I'm a tech inspector at my one track, and then I'm a the pit steward at the other track, so I do the lineups and everything else at the other track and yell at them and do whatever. And I'm actually the first line of defense, so they like to yell at me first. So it's definitely something different here. Get to announce here and watch these guys go at it, and the number 10 Assaulter is running away now, running away at a good clip, .683 over Kyle Moyer there. And the number 11 machine, Jim Revis, still running third, but I'm telling you, he's getting a hard battle from the 926 of Barrett Bishop. That time by Bishop was able to capitalize, take over third there from the 21 machine. Looks like he's starting to get tight though in that number 21. This Barrett Bishop just not going away, but man, he gets a whale of a run off the corner. Here comes the 10 or 13 of DJ Konowski now following suit there with his teammate. Directly in front of him, going immediately to the top shelf of the speedway. So Jim Revis, he was fast early on the going, but now struggling here to stay inside this top 5. Hoping to get on over here to the Chili Bowl in just a little bit here. 15 laps remain here at the USA International Speedway. Looks like some car, well, here they're wrecking. No yellow flag though, that helps us out a tad bit. So we were scheduled to go live at 8:35, folks. We're going to back it out there to 8:45 Eastern time. Hopefully we're still going to be able to make it. And I do apologize for that. Gotta apologize to the Dirt Series. I didn't know that was going to go on here this evening. So yesterday. So yep, we're going to change that go time. The Dirt Series Billy Bowl here now to 8:45 Eastern time. It's scheduled to go live here in about 3 minutes. We're not going to make that initial time, so I'm hoping that they're out there listening to us. As we're going to come up here with, I believe this is going to be 13 to go here. 13 to go. So it's racing Jason Salter checking out on the field. He won Wednesday night, now looking to double it down in 1 week here, Wednesday and Sunday. And it'll be interesting to see if he's going to be able to do so, as he's just running away now. He is out to .850, so a little bit more each lap. Not a ton more, but a little bit more. As Kyle Moyer tried to track him down, but this is strung out now. For the Trash Panda Graphics number 10 machine, now up to 1.049 over Kyle Moyer. Barrett Bishop running in that third spot. He is 1.733 back of your race leader. Then Jim Revis 2.4, but guess what? That's going to evaporate. Yellow out on the field. We're going to restack, repack the field. Who caused this one? David Brewer. Oh, the 71 gets into him. And then Kevin Prettyman, unfortunate bystander over there, finished him off. So David Brewer around over there in turns, I believe that's 3 and 4. 3 and 4. A lot of damage to the front end nose of that. See what's going to happen here. So still under yellow flag here. it looks like we're going to... Yep, yellow's still out. I thought the lights were going to be extinguished. This time by, they'll be extinguished. Yep, extinguished atop the iRacing.com safety truck. 8 laps will remain here at the USA International Speedway, barring any overtime. Then we'll go into our coverage of the Chili Bowl right directly after our interviews. Looking like we'll be more towards the 9 o'clock hour before we get over to the Chili Bowl. X gonna give it to you. Yeah, X91 Motorsports number 10 of Jason Salter as the iRacing.com Chevy Silverado getting ready to peel off and pull down onto pit road. Does so here. The iRacing flag, green flag is out. That was kind of a botch start there. Not sure how that went green there, but that was a little messed up there. As I think you would call that almost a little bit of a jump start there. As the 10 of racing Jason Salter right now all crossed up. He's a little bit probably upset there. And that number 10 machine, as that start goes for it there, is now Kyle Moyer taking over that race lead. As Moyer continues to hold on here, that number 11 machine second now is Salter. Salter dropping back though. And that number 10 machine is a 3-wide battle for the second spot. The 926 of Barrett Bishop way down to the bottom here, trying to make some headway here on the bottom there, catfishing there in the Milner Design and Media. Number 926 as Jason Salter works over the top side of the speedway again. He's going to have to try to get a run here, and Kyle Moyer and that number 11 machine gives a little bit of a bumper there to him as 11 definitely crossed him up a tad bit, a little bit more contact there. As 11 of Kyle Moyer comes down, hits Barrett Bishop, as now the racing Jason Salter takes back over the race lead. So Salter, your race leader, as now the number 926 of Barrett Bishop tries back down to the bottom, but Jim Revis now moves into second. There behind Salter, that number 21 machine. Kyle Moyer running in third, but Barrett Bishop there is now the 21 of Revis hits the outside retaining wall just a tad bit. That slows him back up there into the clutch of the 926 of Bishop. Bishop can't do anything with him though so far. As the 10 of racing Jason Salter, still your race leader here. The Trash Painter Graphics number 10 machine, as he gets a little bit tight over there in 3 and 4. 3 laps will remain for Salter. Can he hang on? Jim Revis right there breathing behind his neck. Here comes the number 11 of Kyle Moyer. Moyer down to the bottom here, trying to challenge Revis as Revis hits the outside wall. Here comes Kyle Moyer back to second. The number 11 machine. What a great battle amongst the top 3, top 4, top 5. As we're off down into turn number 3, Moyer digs it down to the bottom, side by side battle for the second spot. Popsicle Stick's going to come out in the air here. 2 more trips around for the Trash Panda Graphics number 10 of racing Jason Salter, Kyle Moyer, and 21 of Jim Revis. Those guys battling it out for the second spot. We come down the back straightaway. Moyer now dives her in pretty deep there to try to take over that second spot once again and try to get maybe one more shot at racing Jason. I don't think he's going to be able to do it here, as we're going to see that white flag out over the field this time by as the number 10 of Salter, your race leader here off of turn number 4. Going to see that white flag as 11 of Kyle Moyer gets a tad bit loose, battling it out, duking it out with Jim Revis. Revis still hanging on there to the second spot. Moyer for 3. Here comes Barrett Bishop, too. These guys all to the top side. Rocky Battenfield inside the top 5. But down the back straightaway for the final time, soldiering on here as the number 10 of racing Jason Salter drives off into turn number 3. And out of turn number 4 for the final time, picking up the A-main here at the USA International Speedway. Racing Jason Salter. And then number 10, second, going to go to Kyle Moyer at the line. Yes, Kyle Moyer at the line. Then Jim Revis for 3. Barrett Bishop for 4. Rocky Battenfield, Alex Brewer, Caleb Ramsey, Ryan Bronson, Taylor Frost, Tyson Pankow, Daniel Stifler, Greg Tuberville, David Brewer, Henry Jones, Eric Eichstead, Stephen Moore, Josh Peacock, Kevin Prettyman. And then you have DJ Kalinowski, Travis Montgomery, Matthew Everts, Corey Stansel, and James Vining round out your field. So we're going to take a brief pause for the cause, make our way on over to Discord, and get our interview with our top 3 drivers here in just a moment on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show here at the BladeNote.com Victory Lane. Here we're going to make our way on down to our third place finisher, driver of the number 21, Jim Revis, having another stout podium finish and a new pace scheme there, Jim, as I seen here tonight. But a great run here for USA International Speedway. Tell us about it.
Oh yeah, it was a real good run. We had top three guys, top four, everybody's right there, and it was a good race.
You guys had a whale of a battle there. You were led the majority of the opening few laps there. It seemed like that bottom came alive there, Jim, towards the middle portion of that race. Looked like you were running pretty strong up top, but you pretty much put the car anywhere, just like some of your other teammates out there. Was that the case?
Yeah, no, I'd set the car up for the bottom side with the gear I had, and I couldn't get too much coming off the top. If I'd had the old gear in it instead of going with a lower gear, I could probably did the top a lot better. But three and four was great with the car, but I couldn't get down to the bottom.
Looked like you guys all had a whale of a race up there. The yellow flags grouped you guys back together to have a great finish there towards the end of that, even having a good race there with your teammate Kyle Moyer and even Jason Salter there for quite some time there, Jim. But I'll give you the microphone to thank everybody you'd like to thank here tonight. Congratulations on your podium finish, man. It's starting to come natural here for you.
Thank you. I was hoping the new paint scheme wasn't going to jinx me. So first off, I got to thank Team Dirt Warrior. Like I said, we worked on the setups and everything here and found something still needs a little tweaking on it. BladeNote.com, Junk Fabrication, 72 DJ Man Racing. You guys, of course, for always putting on a great broadcast, FVRN. Axted Wrap, The Boss, E1G, iRacing Dirt Painters, and iRacing iFlag. Shout out to Jeff out there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bring home third place here tonight. Driver of the Team Dirt Warrior, number 21. That's Jim Revis here. Finish up third. Great podium finish for him. And once again, we'll make our way on down to his teammate here. Driver of the number 11, Kyle Moyer, with a great run here tonight, too. A lot of great side-by-side racing between all you guys here, up towards the top 5, top 6, even for that matter, Kyle. Tell us about your race here this evening.
Just trying to keep out towards the front anyhow. I mean, I was in the top 5 most of the night. Track got slick. I didn't have the right set up. Jason was faster. He won the race. That's fair and square.
Yeah, definitely a little bit interesting there as the track was starting to glaze over. Everybody seemed a lot sideways there. What can you do, if it starts getting away like that, Kyle? What kind of adjustment can you make to some of these setups here to make it not so loose on the back end of that car?
We mess with stagger, spring rates, shocks, but most of it's your gas pedal, and when it gets slick, I'm just not the greatest at controlling my right foot.
Me either. So Kyle alone for that one. But Kyle, I'll give you the microphone one more time here to thank everybody. I'd like to thank here on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Thank you guys for broadcasting it. As always, you guys do a hell of a job. I appreciate that. Team Dirt Warrior, of course, running practice laps, whatnot, what we do. Thank everybody for coming out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking home second here tonight. Kyle Moyer there, that number 11 machine, excuse me, is my headset picked a fine time to die there in the middle of an interview. So we're going to make our way over to Victory Lane, BladeNote.com, Victory Lane with driver of the Trash Panda Graphics X91 Motorsports number 10, racing Jason Salter. Man, seeing you back down at Victory Lane, you knocked the rust off. Things have happened for you here over the last week. 2 wins, not so shabby there for that. Tell us about your race here tonight.
Yeah, luckily this is the part of the season where I'm kind of decent with these tracks. You got to roll the bottom on. I can typically get down there and run pretty decent. Yeah, right before the race happened, actually, my drivers for my wheel messed up, and I was kind of rushing trying to get back in the server. I was kind of worried we were going to make it there for a little bit.
A good run there for the number 10 machine there. Moyer got on that last restart here, but you were able to get back by. He just said he was a tad bit loose and couldn't keep it on the bottom like you could. He says it's a lot about his foot and throttle control. Is that the case down on the bottom? How to roll that bottom, Jason? You got to really be light on the foot.
Yeah, you got to be super light with it. That last restart, there was a little bit of a confusion with the distance of the pace car, and it kind of got just all a little jumbled up. Yeah, just be soft on the throttle, trying to go around the bottom. Just don't make any harsh movements, and it'll pretty much stick down there pretty easy.
All right, Jason, before I let you go, I know we got to make our way on over to the Chili Bowl, but before I let you go, I'll let you thank whoever we'd like to thank here for this big W here at the USA International Speedway. Go ahead.
I'd like to thank everybody for out there watching. Hope we put on a good show for them. I'd like to thank X91 Motorsports, Trash Graphics, Bulletproof Motorsports, DWR for letting us come run this league, and FVRM for putting on an excellent broadcast as usual.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the driver of the Trash Graphics, X91 Motorsports, the number 10, racing Jason Salter, taking down the big W here at USA International Speedway. Thank you once again to Jason Salter. But we're going to make our way on over to the Chili Bowl. We have to hop in the jet and get ready to go. We'll see you here in just a few minutes on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing.